it looks pretty bleak, I'd say. I mean, losing only one of your two first home games, that happens. But losing both, and it's not like they choked. It's not like they gave up all these runs. No, they lost because LA just has the money to sign everybody who's good. What's poppin'? Bailey Strasser here. Brewers fall, Game 2. I didn't make a video for Game 1. It was late. I didn't get much sleep. I didn't want to talk about that because truthfully that was that you win Game 1, you have a better shot at things. You think to yourself, I'm like, you're at home, you got the crowd, you got the energy, and literally the Brewers offense looked so incomplete. Yelich is like forgotten how to play baseball. Nobody on this team is worth hitting anything. I guess really the only one that's doing anything is a guy who just turned 21 and again hit another home run today. The only run scored today. That's actually, believe it or not, despite being 21 and only 10 playoff games that he's played in, he's already tied with Fielder and Arcia for the most home runs in a postseason in Brewers history. I don't even know how you can even compute that. Contreras is the heart and soul of the team, and Peralta and Contreras both have the club options this off season. But as I said last time, this was Peralta's last game. This time, this could very well be Peralta's last game. They might honestly get swept, because truthfully, I don't know how you're going to go into LA. Now, here's the thing. The Dodgers bullpen is terrible. And I said, the Brewers can beat this team. Their lineup does not scare me. Yes, they have Ohtani, but their lineup is just like everybody else's. Their lineup is just like anybody else's. As they got more comfortable as the game went on, they felt more comfortable. We got all panicky, and then that's when more runs got scored. But I am not going to fault Peralta for anything, because truthfully, it's not all on him. When your entire offense got absolutely schooled by a two-time Cy Young winner on one night, and a guy that I wouldn't be shocked if he won a Cy Young in the future, in Yamamoto. Snell went 8 innings. The Brewers ended up scoring a run and almost rallied, yesterday. And then, of course, first off, let's give Terang a break, because if I got thrown a pitch at my way, I would have backed up. 2. And remember when Yelich got hit, by a pitch and it bounced off his bat and went in his kneecap? Remember he broke his kneecap and he was out for the season? And a pitch that could be bad. You don't want a pitch to hit you, especially over by your knee. And everyone's like, you should take one for the team. Y'all are despicable. I would have did the same thing. No one wants to get hit by a pitch. But whatever. Wouldn't have mattered, because you think, oh man, they got the motivation. They can definitely win game 2. No. Chourio hit the leadoff home run. That was a great start. And then the Dodgers answered with a couple runs. And Yamamoto just lit us up. It's insane how they have all this talent, and we just have a bunch of random people. It's like literally Snell's making more, and Yamamoto, both of them are making more money than our entire pitching staff combined. Yelich just got our money, and that's why I said it's like we have the best pitching coach in the nation, and we are just average pitchers. I'm not worried about any pitching going forward. We lost Burns and we managed. That's why I keep saying this is Peralta's last game, because with him being on the club option and this is his last year, it's going to be the same exact thing. We're fine without Peralta. Mizorowski's getting confident. We got Quinn Priester, who had such a dominant season. A lot of people are forgetting such young talent. Robert Gasser just came back, and I'm gonna give him the benefit. I'm like, he just got back. He's not gonna be proficient. Hall could turn it around, be a starter. Henderson, even Chad Patrick. We got those young guys in there. I think Woodruff could actually come back, to be honest, because who the heck's gonna want a guy who's always injured? But truthfully, our hitting is what needs to be. We need power hitters. Our only power hitter is Christian Yelich. Everybody is a technical defensive genius. They can do the light hits, they can steal the bases, they can play the defense. We don't have power hitters. And the only way is if we might actually have to consider the facts and keep rebuilding to get younger and younger, one veteran at a time every season. My money, even though I say that Jefferson Carroll is going to get called up, my money is going to go to Contreras, because he's the heart and soul of the team, and he's hardworking. He's got the club option. But I think the Brewers should actually extend him. I don't know how you wouldn't. I was saying you have to let him go when he's done, but this guy's such a heart and soul, I would never get rid of him. I would never. And catchers are way more valuable than shortstops. So, but again, this series isn't over. We're down 2-0. And then just like last time when the Cubs won 2 games in a row, everybody thought it was over, and the Brewers came out and we had fight in us. They're not over. Game 3 is likely going to be Shohei Ohtani. I'm guessing Quintana's going to get the call. Game 4 maybe will be Mizorowski. Or a bullpen game again. Even if we had Brandon Woodruff, would it have even made a difference? I don't know. But again, it's not over, because I know we're capable of winning games, and trust me, we have a fantastic, we have one of the best bullpens in all baseball. We have the best pitching coach in all baseball. Our pitching's not the problem. You're going to give up runs from time to time. You need some power hitters. And if Yelich is not doing what he's supposed to be doing, how can you sit there and say anything? It's unfortunate. I'm not scared of the Dodgers lineup. I'm scared of their starting pitching. Because clearly, they have guys who are fantastic. And literally, Glasnow is not even as good as obviously Snell and Yamamoto. And both games we faced Glasnow this year, we got murdered. And then we got to face Ohtani, I don't even know what to say. But even if the Cubs would have won this Game 5 and not us and eliminated us, they would have gotten swept too. They pretty much swept the Phillies. And they're probably going to win another World Series, because payroll should be absolutely in the, I mean, yeah, caps, they need cap space, they need the payroll. I'm sick of it. It's never gonna work out. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just absolutely heartbroken that a season like this is at its end because of an unfair advantage that happens every single time. I just despise the MLB with all my heart. And I know I said my thing where it was all scripted for the Cubs to win. They wanted it to be the Brewers. Now I'm starting to think they wanted it to go to, they wanted to make sure both teams were tired. And I don't know if they really cared who they won, but I definitely believe some wild stuff can happen. You're going to create the Brewers are going to come up with some of the most wild plays, double plays, or anything you can ever see in a while. But the only thing that they're not going to do is be a team like LA, Seattle, Philly, where they have nothing but power hitters that entire lineup. Nope. It's just a bunch of average Joes. I'm proud of what they accomplished. Believe me. But again, that's all I'm going to say. It is not over until it is over. But again, we will obviously be back. I know of it. So if you like what you see, subscribe below, comment with your thoughts, and as always, we'll see you next time. Off day, obviously, tomorrow. Game 3 is on Thursday, followed by Game 4 Friday, and if necessary, Game 5 Saturday. The next video will appear after Game 5 or when the Brewers are eliminated. So, without further ado, that's that. Take care. And I will, obviously, you'll see my weekly Wednesday prediction tomorrow, so take care. And fire Fickle.